Contractile proteins, like the motor protein shown here, can move parts of a cell. Other contractile proteins, working together in muscle cells, can move a whole animal. The immune system makes defensive proteins called antibodies that bind to invaders, such as the virus shown here, and mark the foreign objects for destruction. An enzyme is a protein that changes the rate of a chemical reaction without itself being changed into a different molecule in the process. Enzymes promote and regulate virtually all chemical reactions in cells. Gene regulatory proteins bind to DNA in particular locations and control whether or not certain genes will be read. This allows cells to become specialized for different functions and respond to changes in their surroundings. Signal proteins include hormonal proteins that help coordinate an organism's activities by acting as signals between cells. For example, insulin, a hormonal protein secreted by the pancreas, signals in animal cells to take in and use sugar. The hormone receptor is also a protein. Receptor molecules bind to signal molecules and can then emit second messengers which trigger changes inside a cell. Receptors are thus important links in the system of communication among cells. Some signal molecules, such as hormones, are also proteins. Sensory proteins detect environmental changes such as light and respond by emitting or producing signals that call for a response. Storage proteins stockpile building components that cells can use to make other proteins. Storage proteins in seeds provide raw materials used by the developing plant, unless an animal eats them first. Ovalbumin, the main substance in egg white, serves as a storage protein for developing chick embryos. Structural proteins have many functions. Like tent poles and ropes, they shape cells and anchor cell parts. They may serve as tracks along which cell parts can move. They bind cells together, making organized units such as muscles, ligaments, and the tendons that bind muscles to bones. The silk of spiders and the hair of mammals are also structural proteins. Transport proteins carry molecules from place to place. The example shown here allows certain solute molecules to enter the cell.